So, welcome to tutorial 3D of my tutorial to model a Star Trek based spaceship with Blender. This time we will just model the texture of our body. So we already began with modeling the windows. We will replace these windows now since I think they are a little bit too big. Oh, I still have a rotation here in my ship because of the animation. So pressing Alt R undoes each rotation. So let's go to the side view, and actually we of course will not do it on our real mesh. We will do it on the texture mesh, which is here. Well, these are just the windows, and together with this layer we have our texture ship. We have holes in our hull here for our window, so I wanted to reduce the size of the size of our windows. So these holes actually are then not perfect anymore, so let's first close these faces. We could either do it by selecting two edges and press face. Actually that's easy, I will do it in this way. I will just close them, all of them. Oops. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, fascinating. Oh, look. It seems like to work like this too. Let's see. Is that true? Yeah, seems like. Okay. And this one. We initially made the source to black the background, so that windows which are not white can also be rendered as black, but we will find another way to do that. So let's first close all these faces like this. Then let's go again to side view and let's reappear our windows. When you're in edit mode you cannot change it, so go back to object mode, add this layer by shift clicking it and press where are our windows? Okay, we didn't see it because the ship was selected and they are almost the same height. Okay. Just select your windows here, move them a little bit into out of our ship to be sure that they are in the front. Then go to edit mode, select all of them, and go to this pivot point chooser and say individual origins. Then you can scale all of them down. Individual origins doesn't look like individual origins. Okay, you have also to go to face mode and individual origins, and then you can reduce the size of all windows. Oh, much better now, I think. add some windows. No, there's too much shape for that. See, actually it's okay. So let's go to side view by pressing Ctrl C, and let's they are getting bigger and bigger. Maybe that's not so good too, so let's make it actually like that. Let's remove all of these faces here, also these, okay, and then let's actually remove all of them, except this one. So let's select those faces. We also don't want this one. So, these faces already have the correct shape until approximately here, so we just need to select all of them by pressing B for box select and select them afterwards, and Shift D, and then let's and then we have the duplicated and move them along the y-axis, let's say 2, or much too much and wrong direction. So G Y minus 1, still too much. G Y minus 0.5, that's good. So okay, let's move them a little bit out of the ship again. Okay. And again, Shift D, Gx minus 0.5. I meant Y. So you can still correct your axis afterwards. So again, move them a little bit out so that each of them are visible. Shift D, Y minus 0.5. Shift D, Y minus 0.5. Let's select those three and again Shift D, G, Y minus 1.5. Y, G. What happened now? Escape. Let's. Well, for some reason they didn't move, so but we still have the copy, so let's do it again by pressing G, Y minus 1.5, but minus. Okay. Then let's select those three and say Shift D again, G 1.5 Y. So, okay, you can also do this here. Let's select all of them. Say Shift D, left mouse button, G, Y, and now 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 4, like this. It was too much actually. So let's go. Oh no, it was not too much. There are just 2 of them missing. Okay, the first ones were not moved to the front, that's why this happened. So let's, oh actually we moved them a lot to the front, but in 2D rendering it makes no difference. So let's just select first those and those 2. Doesn't make much a difference, but I want them to be the same height like the other windows, so approximately. And then since we are here now, we should also rotate them a little bit so that they follow the shape of the ship. For that, let's go again back to median point and say rotate along the z-axis. Just rotate it a little bit. And actually looks like we should do the same with those faces here. I just want to follow the shape. Okay. So let's this time not do it along the z-axis since there's a tilt here. Let's instead go into exactly this view so that these faces almost looks two-dimensional, and then rotate it a little bit and move it a little bit closer to our ship. So let's see how it looks. Okay, moved a little bit upward, so rotate it back so that it is aligned. So, yes, okay. Doesn't make, again, it doesn't make a lot of difference, but I don't like it when some of our faces are different than our others. So let's select those two and move it closer to our hull. So that's enough. Okay. From here it looks like these are higher, but they are not. Actually, they have just this distance from our shape, but actually this distance is a little bit too much. So let's select them and move them again back to the ship. But the important thing is that none of them disappear inside the hull. So let's save our file. Maybe this one optimization here, we can select those three and say Shift D again and GY minus 1.5. There go. GY minus 1.5. So maybe we can remove those two to get maybe also this one. Then it looks a little bit like the same shape like our hull. Okay, this is good. So let's save it and search our texture cam. So here is our real cam, our main cam. So where did I put the... here. In layer 0, actually it would be better to place it to a layer where our textures are. So let's put it here and follow it. So now our cam, oh that's the wrong cam. So press our texture cam and say Ctrl 0. Okay. Now let's again let appear our ship. For our windows it was enough to have it like that, but we want to use the same camera for the hull of this road, so we have to so what I did is split out the view again, and just so that I can see the view of the cam and the top view in the same time. And now we just want to increase the distance. That's enough actually. So let's see where okay, this cam doesn't have a target, so we just need to select it and move it along, also along the y-axis, in a way that we have the complete throat inside. So still we have to move a little bit away. So okay, that's it. And then let's again go to this view and save our file, and now we have all of our throat here, but we don't want to have the lower part I wanted to say, but it's actually okay since we just want to render the windows in this layer. So let's we still shouldn't call this, by the way, cube 0 point. Let's call it texture body. Okay. Now I forgot what. Exactly. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we, for this texture stuff, for this texture stuff, have environment lightning on. So let's activate environment lightning 1.0 might be too much. Environment lightning because I want to have basic shading. I don't want to have shading coming from lights in the texture. So let's see how this looks. Oh, it's already coming. Okay. So we need this, to so throat windows, save it onto throat windows, to have the size, the shape of our ship here. So let's go back to layer 1, I meant 2. Go back to layer 2, and let's go here to image. For image editor, we are already okay here. Oh, let's go to throat windows. First, let's press escape. So, and then let's go to UV image editor and say throat windows. And we need to select this one and select just yes. So let's hide this faces here, and this faces need another material. Actually, we will do that soon. Okay, then we just need this face, this face, this face, this face, this face, this face, this face. No, not this face. Control that. This face, this and this, this and this, and this. No, doch, yes, of course. This one too, all of these two. So we have this whole side of our ship copied. So what we need to do is to give this faces a new material and this faces a new material. But now we will deal first with this road. Now we have selected all of these faces here. Still the old UV mapping, which doesn't fit anymore, of course. So let's see, say U and project from view. No. First let's go to cam view. So that's the same view like we had when we made the texture. So we should just say project from view bounce. No, bounce is bad. Without bounce. So then we need to scale this up. More. So until this is exactly the same. So move it a little bit like this, and then scale it down along the y-axis so that it fits better. Oh, much more actually. So, since we have just this part here. You see this face is a little bit out of the cam, so we can be out a little bit of the cam here too. I should. Then it is going like that. It's almost perfect. Okay. Now I see. No, it's okay. Okay, no, it's not completely okay. So let's also go to C and just select. Okay, we need to have see-through now. So C again. Okay. Okay. So we also need these faces here. Okay. Then again, project from view, and we have to do the same unfortunately again. So scale it up. Like this. Too much. Along the x-axis a little bit. So this should be fine. Now we can take a look how it looks when it is textured. Okay, not so good. Okay, whatever we do, we have not enough faces selected here actually. That's the reason. So we also need this face, this face, this face, this face, this one, this one, this one, also this one, this one, all of these edge faces. Okay, but what we actually don't need, shouldn't need, is this face, this face, this face. Okay, there are also two, there's one face left, so be sure you have all of these edge faces, they are important. Okay, looks quite good. So let's go to throat hole and say assign here to be sure that all of these faces has assigned this material, and then say again project from view. Okay, so we need to move it here and okay, let's first see. Okay. Okay, now it looks almost perfect, but still not completely. This upper part is okay since the chip will appear on it like this, but here the lower one is of course not okay. So we actually okay, we would have to select also this face, but I want to assign it another texture. But if we assign it another texture, this will not have another material. Will not have this white area anymore, so this will disappear afterwards. So it's okay right now. like it is. So let's move it again like it was before, and then scale it up along the y-axis and along the x-axis also, so that we have this shape again. Okay. Okay, we have a little bit black here, so let's remove this black. Okay, we have to scale it down a little bit. Okay, so no black left, still a little bit black left, so let's move it. Let's see the front. Okay, we got here a little bit. Along the x-axis we want to scale it down, not too much, just in a way that this black area disappears. Okay. Okay. Now this should be fine. The quality of this should be better when it is rendered. Now we have this mesh in the background, but we don't want to have it. Not here. So let's go save our file, yes, and let's go back to layer. By the way, you can scroll this area here. You can go back to layer 6, where our windows are, and just re-render it without in Windows actually. That we can render it without the hull. So let's say render again, save it again, and throat Windows, save it, cancel it. This can keep staying there, and go to layer 2 again, where our mesh is, body is, and go to textures and say reload of our file. Okay. Save our file, that's quite okay right now. But now we want to also go back to layer 6, no 7, sorry, where our ship is, and let's also put our windows here so that we know where they are. And then we select one face here. Let me just think a moment. Yes, okay. So look, first let's make the hull actually. We don't have the hull right now, so go to material. We have hull standard here. This is a quite nice hull, so we can keep it in the other in our other mesh, but here we want to have a new, actually we cannot make just new ones, because we before we made we made already two standard textures for the texture of the saucer section, but this time we want to we make it in the same file, but we don't have these materials here, so we need to import them. So for this reason we learn something new here. So let's say file append and go up to tutorial 1 and any texture actually, so 1C, 2 texture, 1C texture, 1E experiment, 1D texture. So there should already everything be defined. So let's go to material, hull upper saucer 1 and hull upper saucer 2. Exactly those two we need. So select select both of them by selecting them with shift and say link append from library. So now our this model doesn't need all of these materials, so let's remove them and say new material, and here's hull upper saucer 1. Oh, this we had already? No, it was just called the same. So let's select this and say hull text 1, add a new one, and select the hull upper saucer. This 0 here is indicating that no object is using it right now, so this is the one we want, and let's call it hull text 2. So now we have the same colors like we used for our saucer section. And then let's first select all of these faces and say assign with hull text 1, or let's say hull text 2 assign. Actually select all and say assign. So now we want to have different patterns here, so just these are not so good because they have not they don't move so good. So let's make it like that and that and this and this and this. No. Ja doch. So. So. Much more we need. Much more. So we can also select those which are under the windows. It should still look okay. Or even good. So. Okay, let's copy them. Shift-D and move them a little bit out of the ship, but not more than the windows. Okay, and say Alt 2, no, 1 aside. Okay. Of course we need more of them. Actually, I'm not sure if this even looks good with this shape, so let's try it. Since we are copying them, we can easily delete them afterwards without making a lot of work. I'm just selecting them randomly with a little bit shape where I think that it should look good. How it should look good, I meant. So more is good. More is good. This is a quite very important step. It makes all of the shape of our hull. So try to be creative, and don't worry if it doesn't look good in the first time. Just repeat the step. I'm even not sure if this will look good. No, in the first try, but I think it's good to learn how you can do this. So okay. Do we need more? No. That's how I do it. Of course you don't need to make exactly the same shape. So move it a little bit to the front. Not more than our windows. Let's see if we fulfill that. Oh, we didn't assign the material yet, so that's why they are not so visible. Okay. Yeah, could be very, very cool. I hope so. So, save our file. And let's make something else. Go back to this view and copy our windows and move them to layer 7. Okay, if we now go to layer 7, just to layer 7, we have Windows and our ship, and in this layer we just have Windows. Let's see what kind of name has our Windows here. That's of course very stupid. Windows light texture text option. Okay, and let's go now here and call those Windows. Sorry, how did I call the other one? Let's just copy the name and go back to layer 7. And here I said light, and here I will say dark. Okay, they are dark, they should be dark, so let's go to materials and say make this Windows you see a single. Actually our Windows doesn't need all these materials too. Nope. Okay. For some reason my mouse doesn't work anymore, so just need to make a break here to get my synaptic mouse work again. See you soon. I have to stop it completely with this new recording. Okay, then just a minute. Let's see what happened here. Okay, it just stopped. So, okay, it's working again. So I wanted to remove all of these non-used materials for the windows, and this one we will call Windows Dark. Windows Dark will be just dark. Okay, so we have dark windows here. We have lighten windows here. So now we want to also, actually these windows doesn't need all these materials too, so let's remove them. But we want to add this dark windows, Windows Dark, and choose a few of them to make them dark. And say Windows Dark assign. So now we have this here, and we have also this. So this is 7, this is 6. So let's re-render now this image to have this black windows there. Say F3, throat Windows, save. Oh, we don't need to do more here except reloading the texture. Then let's go to this view and also render it. Okay, there's one difference, of course. We used one light before to render it, so this will be much more lightened than our saucer section, so we cannot use the environment lighting here since we didn't use it in the other one. So what we want to do is just switch to the texture one. Let's see, it was 1D, 1F, it's okay too. Let's go there. And this was our light, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So this light's name is quite stupid with spot. We will call it texture spot. Okay. So now this has a name. We saved it. Does it also have, yeah, in object mode texture? Because the light is also a texture spot. There's also an object. It has an object name and it has a light name. So that's it. We saved it. No, we didn't save it. Now we saved it. Now let's return to our other file and import this light. Then we can be sure that the light is the same. So this is 1D. We saved it in 1F, unfortunately. And texture. And there to lamp. There texture spot. So link it. Okay. Now it should be in the same layer where it was in the other. File. I'm searching it right now. Where is it? So let's just search it. No, that's it, isn't it? Okay, it seems like it didn't work since we can't see it here in the lamps too. So again, file, append, texture spot. So be sure you selected it, and then link. Okay, for some reason this doesn't work this way. So maybe I imported the lamp and not the object, so we can make an object and assign the lamp to it. Yeah, I will just show it so that you know what this means. So when I select now even a point light, I should have the ability to, yeah, texture spot, that's it. But I want to have the, actually no, it's already okay, but since this is a tutorial I want to show you the other way too. So I said file and import a lamp. A lamp is no object, so it's just like a material, importing a material. You can assign this lamp to an object, but we also named the object to texture spot, so we can also do it like that, and there it is. So we made this from the above. Now we need it from the side, so let's go to layer, this layer where our texture lamp is, and say Shift S, cursor to select it, and then let's select our lamp and say Shift S, select it to cursor here. So now our lamp is on our texture cam. Let's also select now the lamp and then the cam and say Control P for parenting them. So now the lamp will follow our cam, so rotate this with -90 degrees and it looks on our ship. So now the lightning should be the same. Like for the sources section, actually using environment lighting would have been a little bit wiser maybe, or using a sunlight so that we have parallel light, but we did that with the sources section, so we can't do that here too, otherwise you'll have different shadings. So I will do the same here. So boo. Okay, the distance was much higher before, that's why it doesn't work. So unfortunately we have to experiment a little bit to have approximately the same lightning. That wouldn't happened if we would have used environment lightning, which we should have actually. So now we have also those kinds here. Let me just think a moment. Yes, we had this for making a little bit more shade. Then we could maybe also add something else. I'm just thinking we need this red line here, you know that, with this, but this is another layer. So let's see. Oh, if you do that, what I did right now, so pressing escape while you have your render results here, you can let it reappear by pressing F11. So our shading is not okay here, so let's see why this is the case. Okay, let's just increase the distance like that. So let's see how the result looks now. Okay, still quite good. I'm just thinking about removing. Yeah, we should do that. I want to texture this from the lower the body here from the top. That's why I don't want it to be here right now. So I just select all of them and say P, like separate, and say selection. Okay. Now we can just hide that, pressing H. We will also select those by pressing L and say separate. Then we can hide them too. So let's go to Ctrl+V again. So now we just have this view and say F12. So that's the result. Okay, that's stupid. So if you hide something, I didn't know that, it's not hidden in the rendering part, so we need to either make it invisible with the invisible parameter like this, or by just moving it to another layer. I will choose the last version, so let's move it to layer 8. Okay, it's gone. So now this time let's again save it and say F12. A little bit too dark, maybe a little bit too dark, so let's make that and say 2. Yeah, this looks good for me, at least for the first step. So we have it. Now press F3 to save it, and this time throat hull surface. You know, that's the surface, not the painting of the hull. So we saved it. We go back to layer 2 where our real mesh is. We select our faces here. Just think a moment, and we go to the texture mode here, and let's just deactivate this for now and move this one down and say in between new image. Yeah. Let's call it similar like the file windows, throat hull surface. I hope I didn't call it window hull surface. You will see it immediately by pressing open, going out, textures, throat hull surface. Perfect. Open it. So let's go to here, mapping coordinates not generated but UV. We already defined the UV coordinates. We can switch the image here in the UV coordinate and in the UV stuff here, and let's see if we can see it. Yes, we can see it. And we can just see the one. Actually, that's that. What it is, like it is. So looks already quite good. We didn't define the normals, I think, so let's make big normals. Fine. save our file. Go back to layer 1, 2 and 3. Okay, well, let's remove 3 and we need now the other cam, so press this one. This is the lamp actually. Is this the cam? Yes, this is the cam. And press Ctrl 0 to assign this again and say F12 to render it. By the way, I switched the recording stuff here to a script which is available on the Ubuntu forums. It's quite cool. It's much better than the previous one. So let's hope that the audio will not be broken anymore. Whoa, great. Very great, I think. Here we have now the folds inside. It looks really quite good, my opinion. The black windows has a white border. We should remove them somehow. And now I wanted to see actually how this result looks if we activate the grid hull 2. So we had normals with 5 for our hull surface, and let's here make minus 5 so that we have surface, don't know how to call it in both directions, hills and downs, let's call it like that, and re-render it. No, definitely no. No, I don't like that, so let's remove it, re-render it. And think about, yeah, it's much more clear, but still we need some, we need a little bit stuff here. It cannot be just like this with nothing. So let's activate it again, but choose a much smaller geometry mapping. Yeah, render it again. Yeah, we could also use noise, another noise. Yeah, this is already much better, I think. Okay. It's okay right now. I think the body has still to be textured, and so maybe we can still do something here. But I will try it out without recording all the stuff, and if I found something which we can additionally do to that, we will do that. Since we are doing this tutorial now for an hour, I will stop it here. But we still have much stuff to do, so you'll see how exhaustive it can be to make something like that. So we need to texture this area with another material, we need to texture this area with another material, actually everything which is white. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the result right now, and yeah, see you soon, hopefully. Stop. Bye.